So we have completed the research for the solar farm great work. So that is step one in getting ready to work on our great work, which is the research. I'm really loving how this little city has evolved all of the different aspects to it. I originally was thinking about just kind of a satellite city to the first one, but it's kind of developed its own personality with some tourism, with the expo center, now with education. I'm really liking, and I like this little corridor here. Hot air balloons, oh, just a little bit of everything with this city. So, all right, so our research is complete. As you can see, we've got a concert about to get started. But let's do this. So that's cool. That's a cool vantage point where you can see all of the hot air balloons in the air. So this city here is the closest to the great work. So delivery trucks, it would be a really quick trip to deliver the resources that we need. So the first thing that I need to do is we need funds. So Mason Hill did the research, but we need to go back to our original city, Burton Basin, and we need to send some funds because a great work, no matter which of the four great works you work on, um, it's a pretty good investment. So this is Burton Basin. We want to send funds there. So gift, and then let's send. We may need more, but let's send 10 million simoleons. I always like to wait just a moment so that the simulation knows. Yeah, simoleon gifts sent. I never like to leave one city and go to another city too quickly because that can pose, and it's extremely rare, but I have had it where the simulation, where the money gets lost in transit between the two. So just a friendly tip, give it some time before you leave the city that's doing the gifting and going to the city that gets the gift. All right, so let's pause. Now this is going to be for staging purposes, but eventually this is going to be a city that we work on. So let's check our wind. So the wind is here. So dirty industry, when we get around to doing industry and sewage, we'll go there. But for right now, and I'm still waiting for the simoleon gift. While that's coming, there it is. So let's get some residents. With the wind blowing in that direction, this is a great opportunity to to get individuals living close to the water. You've seen me do every single city with a roundabout, and eventually we're going to do a roundabout. But right now, this is about one thing and one thing only. Whoops. Let's get some people in while we put down our that's enough for right now. And let's do this. I was going to purchase water, but let's do that. Let's just do wind power for right now. Okay. Let's put down, let's do 1, 2. All right, select a great work. And the great work, of course, is going to be the solar farm. So let's build it. The first thing that we have to go through is the permitting process, the application process, and that's going to cost. All right, application being processed. This could take a few minutes. Will alert you when it's approved, and it typically doesn't take that terribly long. Let's go back, and while that's going through the application process, application. So once again, through editing, I'm not gonna have you wait through this process. Excellent. So the application process is finished. What I always like to do now, we need 3 things for the great work: plastic, alloy, processors. I like to do them in stages. So instead of trying to provide all 3, pause. So let's do this. All right, so now let's do this. Let's import. Import. A great work is not inexpensive. All right, we've got 2 trade depots with, and I think they're all functioning. We have enough people in the city. Yes, yes. All right, keep filling up. And when I do it this way, it seems to, it instead of, I used to try to provide all the resources at once, and it just seems like it took so long. Where this way, it's such an influx of one resource at a time. It goes quicker, I feel. Wonderful. Plastic. Let's turn that on, and we are now just have to go right across. Look at that. That is a nice, short, quick commute. All right, we are just about complete with our need for plastic. There it is. Excellent. So plastic is full. Let's go back here. Let's pause. Now let's export. All right. And this is going to, so we're going to make some of our investment. We'll get some simoleons back. All right. So I want to pause as much as possible because this city, these individuals in this city, they don't have all of the services that you really want them to have. So let's, all right, so now we need alloy. If you notice, it does not allow me to put down alloy, which it allowed in the other cities, because I have not met what it is that I need to meet in this city. So you no need to panic. What you do is you get a recycling center, put that down. Now I don't need plastic. Let's get rid of that. And then let's put down a metal. There it is. Let's put down an alloy line. And then once I do that, now it may need to staff. No, no need for it to even staff. And there's my alloy. And just like with the plastic, what we need is we're going to now import. We're going to import alloy. All right, now let's import. I always miss one. I've said it in other episodes when we were dealing with, say, processors or the consumer. I love this data view. I at the watching stuff come in, go out. Can't tell you why, but this data view is yep. Okay, here comes the alloy. All right, so now let's get started with alloy. Perfect. And there go the trucks heading over to the great work. Alloy is now full. Let's go back. Let's go ahead and pause. I love the colors of this map. Um, I love the fact that there's so much water, but I really been such a long time since I played on this map. Okay, export, export. Let's get one more row. There. Let's go ahead and demolish that. All right, we are getting there. So now we need processors. So we are moving right along. Need to make sure that we have enough, because even when it gets built, it's going to need workers. So that's another little challenge. That's why I like to have this little city here with with very little work opportunities. They will go over and start working. All right, that should take care of. So now let's import. As you can see, this is the reason why I like to leave processors for last. Quite a bit more cost. That does it. And here come the processors. Excellent. All of our depots now have at least some processors. Seems like every time we start the process of shipping something over, it's nighttime. All right. There we go. Processors. Excellent. Excellent. So now let's pause. Let's also take care of garbage collection for these poor people. Now let's export. And as you can see, these are pretty full. So that's going to be a nice amount that we had spent that's actually going to come back. Okay, now let's go back over here. Now we need 300 workers. We're close to it, but we don't quite have 300. Sometimes what you need to do is you need to go back to other cities and let the simulation start sending. So let's do this. Let's fill this in. Because we're not far off. I'm going to turn this off. And when these become empty, I want people to go I want them to go and work at the great work. I don't want them staffing an empty trade depot. All right, we've got 300 workers, and as long as it stays that way, and sometimes it can shift and it'll tell you that you don't have enough workers, but as of right now, we've got what we need. We did not have to go to the other cities, and we are 20% constructed. Yeah, just as I thought, stalled, not enough workers. It comes and goes. We are 81% complete with our construction. So we're getting there. I added a few more residents to our feeder city, if you will. Excellent. Excellent. Construction is complete on the solar farm. Time to cut the ribbon, and this is a process that all of the cities, when you load them for the first time, you'll have to go through this process. Excellent. So now, now we need workers. So they'll come. We'll have to load up potentially all of the cities because there is no job opportunities in this city. But as it says, work with your neighbors. So that's what it is. It's really about when they were thinking about the multiplayer aspect. So there's 80. Let's go here. All right. So I just went into Mason Hill. So I got to cut the ribbon from Mason Hill's perspective. And the city that actually paid for a large chunk of it. Now that is a nice view of the great work. See that from the vantage point of this city, it's still being constructed. So it's just a while. Then we'll cut the ribbon. There. Solar farm ready to provide power to Graysmith Ridge. Excellent. We now have the workers that we need. And for the power, turn it on. Excellent. Let's go back to our city because I love to watch. Whoops. Look at that. Incredible amounts of power. So for the other cities that we haven't even built yet, power is one thing we don't have to worry about. So let's turn on the power at our other cities. All right, so we're waiting for the simulation to realize that we're up in, there we go. So now you'll see how the power is moving through the city. But once we turn on the power at the Great Works site, you should see the power pulsing in. There we go. And now Mason Hill may develop issues, but those issues won't be power related. Every once in a while, there aren't enough employees, but typically once a Great Works solar farm gets up and running, I don't have to worry about it. The airport, on the other hand, all right, now can't leave out our first city and our primary provider of funds for the great work. So once again, you can see the power. Got to wait for the simulation to recognize There it is. Turn on. Then we go back. Here we go. Power. And a $10,000, whoops, 10,000 simoleon bonus. Well, I would say that was a productive day. We are now up and running with a great work. I see cars heading over there. I still wish, I don't know why they didn't program it where we could go visit a great work just like we visit our city, but nevertheless, you can see the cars going back and forth, employees, and it is powering the city here as well as sending power to our other two cities. And we have one, two, three, four more cities, and actually five because we really haven't done anything with this city. But power is not something we're going to have to worry about moving forward. So excellent. Absolutely. I love this particular great work because of the benefit that you get to all of the connected cities. The other great works, yeah, you get benefits, but I just feel like this one is the one that I enjoy the most. So very good. We've had a good day.